Ladies and gentlemen, it's Heywood Jablowme here, reporting for HeyHeywood.com, and here I am in the bedroom with a very special person, a legend. Maybe some people use the term legend too often. Maybe some people use the phrase, maybe some people use the term legend too often. But this man is a legend of the Gungahlin Jets footy club. And this week he achieves a magnificent milestone, 200 games for the Gungahlin Jets. His name, Matty Porter. Matty, here we are in the bedroom. 200 games coming up this week for the mighty Gungahlin Jets. You must feel pretty proud.
The last couple of weeks have been a long time coming, but I'm sort of glad I'm finally there. But yeah, it's been a long time since I joined the club back in early '95. So glad to hit the milestone finally.
It's magnificent, Matty. Let's go right back to the beginning. Where were you born, Matty?
I was born in Mount Waverley in Melbourne.
Wonderful. Your dear mother, she must have had troubles pushing you out, surely.
Actually, I was a pretty small baby. I don't know what went wrong, but yeah, there was some definitely changes happened along the way.
You can say that again. Matty, where did you play junior footy?
I played a lot of my junior footy for North Dandenong in Melbourne, pretty much from under 12s right through to under 18s.
Fantastic. And then you came to Canberra at some point. Where did you play your senior footy in Canberra?
I came to Canberra in '92 and was with the Navy, so played for Harmon. Yeah, Harmon. And had a season with them, a season with Western Creek, and went back to Harmon for half a year and had a run in there with the senior coach, and then came across to the Jets.
You finally saw the light. Now, rumour has it you played in a grand final against the Jets back in the day. Is this true?
I did. I played in the '94 grand final for Harmon. We came off a surprisingly big win in the second semi where we beat the Jets convincingly. And I think a few boys came out a bit too confident in the grand final, and we got towed up by about 80 points.
Unbelievable. So you saw the light, came across to the Jets. What year was that?
It was '95. I blame Jeff Nelson, actually.
Nelly
got me across. I was talking to Nelly one night at rep training, and he had me there the next week. So
unbelievable. And you settled in quickly. You earned yourself a nickname early on, didn't you?
I did. It was sort of passed on from one of the guys who was nicknamed Puff Ass, and I picked up the name Puff Ass. So I don't know where that came from, but anyway.
Little puppy in the glute area, possibly. But those early years at the Jets, Matty, some fond memories there. You made a grand final pretty early, didn't you, there?
'97, played against Kingston. Again, we're probably going in as favourites, but a few injuries early. We sort of got, and then got run over in the second half.
Sad time, but then you went away for a couple of years. Where'd you head off to?
I went up to Queensland for a year, and down to Melbourne for another season and a bit, and then back to the Jets.
Back to the Jets, and then you got into some coaching. How did that all come about?
I thought going back to the twos would probably extend the career a bit, but found out that the tackles are just as hard and the hits are just as hard and everything else, and but enjoyed it and enjoyed the coaching. We got to a grand final. We got to a preliminary final the next year, but yeah, then didn't go on with the coaching and went back to playing in senior footy.
Had a magnificent record. Just 2 years, you got to a grand final, preliminary final. Do you think you'd get back into coaching again one day?
Yeah, I'd like to, but I'd probably do a few things differently next time as well, just in the way that I coached and the style that I used to coach.
Fair enough, Matthew. And career highlights at the Jets. It just got better after your coaching stint, didn't it?
Yeah, it seemed to come on a little bit. Sort of playing up forward helped that, but had a lot of good players around me too, so that helps.
Fantastic. And how many premierships was it? Two.
Helped out in the third, but would have preferred to be on the ground.
A dual premiership legend. Now, Matty, you've kicked a lot of goals. I know you're not one to keep count. Have you got any idea how many goals you've kicked?
414.
Goodness gracious. And I do believe you are the leading... Well, I'm not sure about this. I know you're not into personal glory, but where do you sit on the all-time Jets goal-kicking list?
I lead it.
Number one.
Number one.
Goodness me. This is incredible now. And you've represented the Canberra District League many times. How many times exactly?
6.
Absolute superstar, Matthew. And look, that's an amazing performance. You've won the Jets leading goal kicker award, I think, 5 times. Mm-hmm. One time you've won the whole competition leading goal kicker.
Yeah, under dubious circumstances. There was a guy from Belconnen who kicked one in a grand final, but there were some dubious decisions on whether finals counted back then. So some say I won it, some say I come second. I'm going to take the win.
I'll take the win, boy. Very controversial, though. And also another record, Matty, you've got the record for the most pies eaten at the Jets canteen in one day. How many was that?
I can't remember. It could have been a couple, probably most of them before the game.
Unbelievable. Now, you're also known for your big hits out on the field, Matthew. Always very fair, but you have been known to throw that large buttocks of yours around. Can you run me through a couple of your biggest hits?
Nothing really springs to mind in terms of individual hits, but yeah, I think there's been a couple, and I suppose there's always the favourite of when someone's running past and you get out there to protect your mates, and a good shepherd, a good shirt front always feels good.
Fantastic. And there's been some great off-field moments at the Jets, no doubt. Are there any particular memories that stick out?
Couple of crazy nights at the Gungahlin Sports Club, watching some mates crawl around in the crawl space there after going through the wall. That was a pretty funny night. You might know him actually.
Ludicrous behaviour, Matthew.
Yeah, but yeah, some other good moments at functions, especially with a lot of guys that aren't around the club much anymore. But going back to some of the old days, some big nights with Middo and Hef and Jarmo, and yeah.
Fantastic guys. And you spent a few years on the committee as well.
Yeah, spent a lot of years on the committee, a couple of different roles there, but sort of glad that I did it, and sort of was able to be there for the club when they were looking for people to get on the committee.
Magnificent. And Matty, who's been the biggest influence on your footy career? Who would you say?
Oh, tough decision. Probably early on was my dad. Always taught me to be a straight through type of player, and never stop and sort of wonder about the tackle and things like that. Always go straight through the ball. I suppose in my senior career, I took a lot from Robbie Walker and Middo. But even blokes in more recent years like Burjo and Sipper as well.
Fantastic. And now, Matty, what is it really that you love about the Jets? You've been here for a long time. What do you like about this club?
Having a small family, it's a great club for families and things like that. Everyone still loves to get out and have a good time, but I suppose being mainly a family-orientated club and a very accepting club. None of the other bullshit that gets around at other clubs. I like that about the Jets a lot. Fantastic.
Matty, are you aware you are only the second person in the history of this club to reach the 200-game milestone? Johnny Bink has 240. Are you going to catch him, do you think?
Yeah, I've always wanted to sort of get out there. I thought I had it in me to get there. This year's been a little bit of a setback, but if I can get over this and get the body right, I can hold out and get to 240.
Fantastic. Matty, as Bruce McAvaney would say, you're a delicious man, and it's been an absolute pleasure having you on board here tonight in your bedroom. Thanks for inviting me along.
You're always welcome.
Some would say it's not the first time I've been in here. Ladies and gentlemen, a true champion, Matty Porter. Congratulations, Matty.
Thanks, Heywood.